It's that time of the year again, friends. That exciting time where we say goodbye to the current rider and welcome the new rider. That's right. In a few weeks we'll wave our geeks goodbye and shake hands with the next scourge of our wallets, Kamen Rider Gotchard. Before we dive into all the new toys coming from Gotchard, allow me to introduce you to Rider Rewind. Rider Rewind is a show where we cover Rider drivers, henshin devices, and figures released in the last 2 to 3 weeks. All of it brought to you by me, Michael. Alright, enough stalling. Let's jump straight into it. First thing on the list today is something that soothes these old bones of mine. The CSM release of Kamen Rider V3's Double Typhoon. As with all previous CSM releases, the main goal of this driver is to make it as close to the show as possible. Here's how they did it. First, the belt of the driver is made of genuine cow leather, just like it was for the prop in the show. Second, the belt has 2 modes, the normal mode and the dialogue mode, that you can switch between with a button. The dialogue mode will allow the driver to play newly recorded voice lines from Shiro Kazami himself, once more played by Hiroshi Miyauchi. Aside from voice lines, it can also play sound effects from the show, such as the reverse double typhoon, which would also make the windmill spin in the opposite direction. Naturally, you can still initiate the voice lines over the sound effects. Lastly, the driver comes with the V3 hopper, the stick type thing V3 had on his hip, if you remember. The hopper can play sound effects from the V3 hopper and the scramble hopper. Not only that, but the hopper's sound effects will play in tandem with the driver itself. And of course there's also some music included, those being Tatakae Kamen Rider V3 and Shonen Kamen Rider Tai no Uta. And the standby mode BGM will also play automatically before the transformation. A whole slew of things, but definitely deserved for everybody's hero, Kamen Rider V3. You can't have V3 without Riderman, the 4th rider, now can you? No, didn't think so. And Toei agreed with us. As such, they've decided to release a 1-to-1 scale version of the Riderman belt. Now, I can hear you asking me, Michael, what do you mean scale? I mean with that exactly what I said. This isn't a CSM, a DX, or even a Memorial Edition. It's just a genuine belt. It's made of the same leather as the CSM Double Typhoon was made out of, and sized for adult wear. It's pretty much the exact same as in the series, and as such, also doesn't come with anything else. No sounds, music, lights, etc. Oh, and one last thing. This belt is made to order from the Toei store, so if you want one, better be fast. Unlike the Riderman belt being a complete and total fuck you to the fans, this one's actually a kind gesture from Toei and Bandai. Allow me to introduce you to the super best DX Fang memory and DX Extreme memory from Kamen Rider Double. Let's go over Fang first. Biggest difference from the original DX is that Fang now sports a CSM level paint job, as close as possible to the show and with high quality and durable paint. Aside from that, it does just what the one released 13 years ago did. Yes, you did hear that right, you are in fact getting old. So let's quickly refresh your memory on how to use it. First, insert the Fang memory into the right side of the DX double driver. Then, insert the Joker memory into the left side. Push open the driver, you'll transform into Kamen Rider Double Fang Joker. After transforming, you can press the horn to activate the weapons. Pressing it once activates the arm fang, pressing it twice will activate the shoulder fang, and 3 times will activate the finisher. Up next, let's cover the extreme memory. Same deals with Fang, CSM quality repaint of the OG DX release. Everything else is still the same from 13 years ago. Slam it into the double driver and become... Extreme! Is this the real life? Or is it just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from Bandai's greed. Terrible joke aside. Here's a fancy buckle from Kamen Ridergazer. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way first. Yes, this is a retool of the Ninja buckle, the second one now. And yes, this is another Final Form buckle that's a Bandai release. This release is another one in Bandai's absolute flawless streak of making the things people want the most premium Bandai releases. After all, they do like their money. Now let's cover the actual buckle. Despite being a retool, the buckle design is still very cool and looks very pretty. The buckle also comes with the Gyago ID core. Here's how to use it. Slap the fancy buckle into the desired driver, then pull the lever on the buckle to transform yourself into Kamen Rider Gyago Fantasy or Kamen Rider Nago Fantasy. Oh, right. One last thing before we move on to the next release. Arabiana Knight did it better. Know what's my favorite part of each Kamen Rider movie? The movie writer. And Meta's no exception to this. So let's cover his buckle, shall we? Introducing the Crossgates Buckle from Kamen Ridergazer the movie, 4 Aces and the Black Fox. This premium Bandai release comes with the DX Crossgates Buckle and the Crossgates ID core. Here's how to use it. First, set the Crossgates ID core into the center of the desired driver. Then, slap the split Crossgates Buckle into the driver. Once you've got that set, you simply hit the revolve button and pull the lever on the buckle, transforming into Crossgates. Pull the lever again to initiate the finisher. Pulling the lever twice will initiate the standby for the super finisher. Hitting the lever one last time will unleash it. And that's all. I feel so bad for any of you who buy specific buckles just so you can get the ID cores of your favorite riders. Only to then have to buy the P-Bandai version later. Which leads into our next release. The P-Bandai ID core is set 3 and ID core set 4. Set 3 comes with the ID cores for Punkjack and Dapan, with the cores having voice lines for each rider, naturally voiced by the original actors. Set 4 comes with the ID cores for Natch Sparrow and Hakubi, which is a very cruel joke for Bandai to make. Both of them also come with voice lines recorded by the original actors. As a bonus, Set 3 comes with the Desire cards for Hareruya and Kanoto, and Set 4 comes with Daichi's Desire card and an invitation card for the Desire Royale. Time for our last Geats item of the day, the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Ridergazer. After they released the S.H.F Glare, it was only a matter of time before Gazer took to the stage. The figure stands at 150mm tall and comes with the Providence card, interchangeable hands, and a second set of armor pieces to recreate the look of Gazer without the Dominion Ray drones. And that's all I have to say on this one, really. He looks as great as he should. Let's move on, shall we? You ever looked at the S.H.Figuarts figures of riders from the later Heisei Phase 2 seasons and cried because of their current prices? Well, cry no more, for Bandai has decided to re-release your favorite riders. There's a good chunk of figures to cover here, and they've all been out for ages, so allow me to just quickly go over them. First off, we start with the best, the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Drive. Drive's re-release will come with the handle can, Doaju, 3 extra shift guards, and a set of interchangeable hands. The paint job, posability, and the mold quality is still the same as the original figure, which also goes for the rest of the riders I will cover. And as someone who owns the original Drive figure, I can tell you that that's just fine. Next one to cover is the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Ghost. Ghost re-released comes with the Gangun Saber, which can transform from sword mode into gun mode, a set of interchangeable hands, and the ability to take the hood on or off. Up next is the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider X8. It comes with the Gashikan breaker and extra parts for it so it can be used in both hammer and sword mode, and naturally also comes with a set of interchangeable hands. That's all for X8. Our second to last S.H.F from this re-released collection is the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Build. Build comes with the drill crusher and parts for it so it can swap between modes, and that oh so sexy set of interchangeable hands is unmissable here too. And finally, we hit the end of this line, the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Zio. Zio comes with the Zikangi Raid, which can switch modes instead of interchangeable hands, and an interactable driver that can spin. With that, people who wanted some of these S.H.Fs but never quite found the money for it, now have a second chance at these figures. Thanks Bandai, that's a genuinely cool thing to do. And here's our last S.H.F of today, the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Nigo plus Ichigo from Shin Kamen Rider. This specific figure is Hayato Ichimonji in his upgraded form as seen towards the end of the movie. Just like the previous two Shin S.H.S, you can showcase the figure with or without the mask. The muffler on the figure has metal wires in it so you can pose it however you'd like. The figure itself stands at 145mm tall and comes with a set of interchangeable hands. It also comes with a few bonus items for the other figures, those being extra hands, which include a thumbs up for Ichimonji, and a handheld rider mask that was seen in the movie after the battle against Kamen Rider Zero. The perfect item to round out your S.H.F Shin collection. This is today's last Shin Kamen Rider item, and also our last item before taking a dive into Gotchard's world. And that last item is the P-Bandai DX Ultimate Half Typhoon from, well, Shin Kamen Rider. This was the driver used by Ichiro Midorikawa to transform into Kamen Rider Zero. The DX belt is ever so slightly larger than the previous Shin Kamen Rider DX belts, and the front belt is separately painted from the actual belt straps. The twin windmills inside of the buckle are also painted and were done so with polarized paint, which changes color depending on what angle you view it from. Press the button at the top to initiate the henshin. After you press the button, the following sounds will play. Tube appearing sound, and putting the mask on sound, which, according to the official store page, enhance the realism of the transformation. If you press the button again after the transformation, other sounds from the movie will also play. A pretty cool release for a pretty cool movie, huh? Alright, enough messing around. Let's talk about what we really want. Gotchard. First up is the main course itself, the DX Gotchard driver. Gotchard's very own driver. Here's how to use it. First, grab the included Hopper 1 and Steamliner Rider Chemi cards. Then, slot them into the Gotchard driver, with the art of the cards facing towards you. Once you've inserted them, you pull the levers on the side, revealing a rider mask and transforming you into Kamen Rider Gotchard Steam Hopper. If you pull the levers again after transforming, you will initiate a finisher. Push the levers up to make the cards pop out. You can insert any combination of cards as long as the pictures on the back of said cards line up. There's about 50 forms, so be sure to try them all. And to get you started on that long collector's journey, this set comes with 5 cards, those being Hopper 1, Steamliner, Appare Bushido, Odoripa, and Deep Mariner. You know how each time there's a new season we get attachments for the belt, so you can carry more henshin devices with you? Well, they finally decided to shake that up. This here's the DX Gotchard Draw Holder. As you can see, it's basically a wrist-mounted deck box. You can carry up to 10 cards, 5 on each side, and has a button to open it up. It also comes with 4 Ride Chemi cards, those being Kamantis, Dokirimajin, Pirates, and Burning Nero. And as is often the case before the season starts, you can also buy a set with both the Gotchard driver and the Gotchard draw. Up next is Gotchard's primary weapon, the DX Gotchard gun, which, gonna be real, is already one of my all-time favorite rider weapons. Just looks so satisfying, you know? Anyways, here's what it can do. By just pressing the trigger, you'll make the gun flash and play the default shooting sounds. If you scan a few Ride Chemi cards, then load them, and then pull the trigger, the gun will shoot said cards. The gun can shoot up to a total of 30 cards, which is insane. I don't know how hard it'll shoot the cards, it's not mentioned anywhere, but it's still crazy we get a play gimmick like this at all. And these are the cards that'll come with it: Ski Bounce, Gold Ash, and Bullet Bang. The gun can scan over 100 cards, so be sure to try out every card you have. Alright, enough about the main rider, let's go over what's to offer for a secondary, huh? Which, I do want to point out, is a machine chaser situation, where he isn't actually a Kamen Rider. God, that's so fucking cool. Oh, right, the toys. First up, we've got the DX Valve Rusher. This has Figuarts' henshin device and its primary weapon. Here's how to use it. Press the button to open up the card slot, then insert a Ride Chemi card, which will play the card's name and a standby sound. Close the slot and pull the trigger, transforming you into Figuart. If you turn the bolt and then pull the trigger, you'll activate the finisher. Setting more Ride Chemi cards will play various sounds based off of what card was used. Now for what Ride Chemi cards are included, those are Mad Wheel, Hike Skew, and Gut Shovel. Because Gotchard has a way to carry his cards, so does Figuart. Here's the DX Valvadraw Buckle. This buckle can hold up to 20 Ride Chemi cards, which is a fuck ton. Here's how to use it. Press the button at the top to open up the buckle, and take out a Ride Chemi card to put into the Valve Rusher. That's quite literally everything. And these are the included Ride Chemi cards, Gekicopter and Gorilla Sensei. Now this entire time I've mentioned things like 50 form combinations, 100 sound effects, etc. But when you count all the cards I mentioned, you don't even get close to those numbers. So how the hell do you get to those points? Well, you get those by buying booster packs. That's right, Kamen Rider's gone full TCG. There's currently 2 sets you can buy from, Set 00, Set 01. I'll be covering every single card from those 2 sets in a quick lightning round. Before I actually cover them, I do need to mention that if I name any cards that have already appeared with the DX toy, then that's because it's listed on the series' card list on the official website. If it's not visible what the difference is, then I don't know it either. Alright, with that out of the way, let's do this. Set 00 has a chance of giving you the following cards: Hopper 1, Gengen Hoel, Dokirimajin, Pirates, Steamliner, Gut Shovel, Gorilla Sensei, Energil, Venom Drake, Empty Card, Kamen Rider 01, Kamen Rider Saber, Kamen Rider Revi, Kamen Rider Vice, Kamen Rider Glare, Kamen Rider Typhoon, Kamen Rider Nago, Kamen Rider Betelba, Kamen Rider Geats, Kamen Rider Zine, Kamen Rider Buffa, Kamen Rider Kyun, Kamen Rider Kakera, Kamen Rider Gazer, and Kamen Rider Gotchard. Set 01 has a chance of giving you the following cards: Hopper 1, Hopper 1, Hopper 1, Pika Hotaru, Pika Hotaru, Gengen Hueo, Gengene Hueo, Antrooper, 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 Kaiser Bee, Kamantis, Kamantis, Beetlix, Odoripa, Odoripa, Dokirimajin, Dokirimajin, Dr. Kozo, Dr. Kozo, Pirates, Pirates, Wrestler G, Wrestler G, Wrestler G, Sasuke Maru, Sasuke Maru, Sasuke Maru, Bullet Bang, Bullet Bang, Appare Bushido, Appare Bushido, Appare Bushido, Karyudos, X-Wizard, Spikle, Spikle, Skibbos, Heekskew, Gekicopter, Deep Mariner, Mad Wheel, Gold Dash, Gut Shovel, Steamliner, Exceed Fighter, Ganvale, Smaphone, Burning Nero, Mass Rider Kuga, Mass Rider Agito, Mass Rider Fies, Mass Rider Hibiki, Mass Rider Deno, Mass Rider Decade, Kamen Rider O's, Kamen Rider Wizard, Kamen Rider Gaim, Kamen Rider Build, Alt Hopper 1, Alt Antrooper, Alt Wrestler G, Alt Apare Skibbo, Alt Skibbaus, Alt Goldash, Alt Steamliner, Alt Mass Rider Kuga, Alt Mass Rider Agito, Alt Mass Rider Fies, Alt Mass Rider Hibiki, Alt Mass Rider Deno, Alt Mask Rider Decade, Alt Kamen Rider O's, Alt Kamen Rider Wizard, Alt Kamen Rider Gaim, and Alt Kamen Rider Build. And with that, you now know every single card that's in Set 00 and Set 01. Hope you get whatever card it is that you want. Personally, I'd love to get the Hibiki, Alt Art Hopper 1, and Alt Art Apare Skibbo. And I also hope that you'll be looking forward to Gotchard, cause I certainly will be. And with that, we come to the end of the longest Rider Rewind yet. Hope you enjoyed it. What cards from Gotchard do you want the most? Be sure to tell me in the comments below. I'll be sure to respond. Oh, and if you want any of these items, or anything Toku related at all, then be sure to stop by the Toku Source, your one-stop shop for any and all things Tokusatsu. And if you feel like talking about Gotchard with some like-minded people, then drop into our Discord. It's a pretty cool place. And lastly, if you want to thank me for killing my throat for you, then be sure to follow me on Twitter. Wait, it's X now, right? Well, whatever. Follow me on the thing. Okay, that's my absolute limit. See you all next time!